So I'm going to pick up where I left off in the other video, and I am first going to bring these dimensions down a little bit and slide some things over so everything's easier to see. And I turned off my dimensioning tool by clicking the escape key on my keyboard. When you click the escape key on your keyboard, it'll turn off whatever tool you're using. Now, my trapezoid got a little bit out of control here, so I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to drag over my rectangle so that things start coming in where I want them to a little bit more. Okay, so now I need to fix these guys up again. There we go. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to add the next dimension, which is 2.56, and that's the top corner of that rectangle right there. So I'm going to turn my dimensioning tool back on, D for dimension. I'm going to get the point and the point right there, and this should be 2.56, enter, slides over, perfect. And now the other side of that square is 2.94. All right, would you look at that? It is 2.94. Weird. That probably wouldn't happen. That was very lucky. Now we've got 3. The dimension to the other edge of these trapezoids is 3. So I am going to dimension both of them and make sure that they are both 3. That's pretty close. This one is going to need to jump over there quite a bit. Why did you go to 3.01? I'm just going to double click it and change it to 3. There we go. That's better. Now everything's lined up so far. Next, I've got 3.5, and if I follow the dimension line down to the extension line, that's the bottom of the trapezoid right there. 3.5, good. And now the other edge of that trapezoid is 4. So to get that edge, 4. And now if you notice, my rectangle flipped the other way. So I'm going to hit escape to turn off my dimension tool, and I'm going to bring my rectangle over. I didn't have to do that. It would have fixed itself when I was dimensioning, but it just makes life a little bit easier. So 4.25 to the edge of that guy. D for dimension. Oops. D. Click. Click. 4.25. And then 5.25 to the next rectangle. 5.5 to the end, and then the rest of it is 6. So this should be the last dimension we have to place. Click, click. Now my dimension of 6 is already down here, so I can pull that up. Now notice a lot of my rectangle is turning black. All of the black lines are fully constrained. The blue lines are still mobile, so we need to get those fixed up. I'm going to delete this dimension over here, and I'm going to place it on the right side so that my dimensioning can match the dimensioning over here a little better. So first I'm going to dimension the circle. The diameter is 0.38 and it's 0.25 from the bottom. So D for dimension. The diameter of that circle is 0.38. And if I click on the circle and I click on the bottom of the rectangle, it should be 0.25. Okay. Now I also want that circle to be centered in my rectangle. So from here to here is 2.5. And that's going to over constrain, but that's okay. I don't really want it. I just wanted to double check how long it was. Now I'm going to dimension from here to the circle. Should be 2.5 over 2, which is 1.25. Perfect. And that's the end of this video. There will be a third one to finish.